Well, hello, it's Kathy and Rosie Vespa Erina. This is take 2 of trying to record directly on the DJI Mic Mini 2 inside my helmet. I had come up to Erina Fair, which is the shopping centre, to do a little bit of shopping and thought that I had turned everything on but hadn't. So now I'm recording on the trip home rather on the trip to the shops. What I've done is mounted the Mic Mini with some Velcro to the inside of my helmet down the bottom, facing away from my mouth. I've got the gain set on -12, as was recommended by other places. So we'll just see how it goes. The traffic at the moment, it's a Friday lunchtime, so I've just ducked out in my lunch break. The traffic is a little bit crazy today. And so I'm a little unsure about recording my voice while I'm riding, because I do feel like it takes away from me concentrating on driving a little bit, or riding, sorry, a little bit. And as a peep later, I need to have all my wits about me. So this is just a test, and if I don't like it, then I'll go back to just recording it as a voiceover after I finish the ride, because it's a bit safer. And as I said, today's probably, and this time of the day isn't probably the best time to do it, because it feels a little bit busy, or maybe it's just that I'm feeling a little bit busy. But we'll see how we go. So this whole area is Erina. And I was at the Erina Fair shopping centre, which is kind of like, I guess, like a Westfield shopping centre, which is another big shopping centre here on the coast. But it's owned by a company called Lend-Lease instead of Westfield. So this is a tricky roundabout always to navigate, just because of the amount of traffic that flows around this roundabout, and how impatient people generally are at this roundabout. So we'll see how we go. Generally, if there's people turning to the right, we're okay. And we were okay then. So we head up through Erina. We've driven this way or ridden this way before, coming back from bigger rides, you may recall. It's beautiful. We're past the beginning of September now, and so the sun has come out, which we love. It's that little bit warmer. I'm wearing my beautiful new red jacket that I love. Earlier this morning at around 7 a.m. I rode up to the local Office Works, which is like a stationery store. It's a chain here in Australia. And the lovely lady at the counter who served me said that she loved my red jacket, and I said, thank you, it's new and it matches my beautiful red Vespa. So that made me feel happy that somebody likes the jacket, and clearly they didn't think it was too bright and leery, which is nice. So it's a 70k zone along this section of the road. Bit windy. So So I'd be interested to see how the mic on the inside of my helmet handles the wind that's sort of buffeting around my neck area, because with this helmet it does kind of go up around my chin area. The wind, I should say, goes up around my chin area, so it'll be interesting to see how the mic handles that. I also have the Mic 2 microphone, and I use the Mic 2 for doing my voiceovers of my videos, but it's a bit bigger and I couldn't really find a way to attach that inside the helmet without it being a bit of a hindrance. And so I'm trying the Mic Mini, which is obviously a much smaller mic. I did notice that DJI have released a smaller, still a small mic, but a new version which has all of these other bells and whistles that I don't really understand about, and I don't know that they are upgrades or improvements considering how I already use the mic. I obviously don't do movies or, you know, professional audio recording, so potentially it's not something that I need. But we'll see. I do like my technology, so maybe I'll be swayed, particularly if this sound isn't very good. We'll see. I had a little moment when I left home to come up to the shops where there was lots of parked cars and somebody was pulling out of a driveway and just did not see me, and so luckily I was able to maneuver around. So it's just a reminder to, you have to keep your wits about you. And you'll remember in the last video I had the little incident with the person overtaking me on the inside where there was no actual lane and cutting me off. So lots of mirror checking for me and keeping on the ball. It's lovely to see more riders out too, with the nice spring weather. Lots of people out and about, and a reminder for drivers to keep your eyes and ears peeled because we're out and about and we want you to see us. So going back, we've come up through East Gosford and we're coming up into Gosford now, just past the police station on our right. 40k zone along here, have to remember that. Lots of construction happening in Gosford at the moment, so let's see how the mic manages all of that extra noise and whether it's able to block it out or not. It's funny when I drive through Gosford, especially during a weekday, I sometimes see people who I used to work with, you know, maybe 10 or 11 years ago I used to work in Gosford. And I still see people that I used to work with. I now work in Sydney, as you know, 3 days a week, and 2 from home. So this was a quick shop dash for my lunchtime break. But yes, it's nice to see people that I haven't seen for that long just wandering around the streets and seeing them looking well. Through the centre of Gosford now, or you've been before. Oh, 40 here temporarily. And up on our right past the university's new building here. Gosh, wow. I keep thinking it's nearly finished, but they keep working on it. It's architecturally very beautiful. Up past the car yards. Some grey clouds ahead, so I wonder whether we've got rain due. I didn't think to check the weather forecast, but that's okay. I think we'll get home in time and we can put the cover on Rosie so she doesn't get too wet. Right turn here. Up our favourite hills. It used to scare the bejesus out of me, but now feels a bit better. Oh, please stay there, big bus, because that wouldn't be nice. Whee! I also realise now that all of the silly commentary that I make to myself while I'm riding, you hear because I've got the mic inside the helmet. So that's okay though. I can always edit out any swear words or things that might embarrass me. Today I seem to have a little bit of numbness in my fingers. I'm not sure what that's about. In my left hand. Maybe I'm just subconsciously holding on a little bit too tightly to the grip. I haven't had that for a long time.